Welcome to Investors Insights. Our topic today is confidence makes the difference. I think we're going to see as we continue into this fourth quarter that confidence is going to be talked about it's going to be a word that's going to be used quite a bit in a lot of different ways. I think that came out of our meeting this morning. So Ashley, you started us off very positive early this morning in terms of some of the data, and you know it's one thing for us to have confidence in the earnings, but how do manufacturers, business owners, how do they really feel about that? So talk about it.
The manufacturing confidence data versus last year was off the scale good. The National Association of Manufacturers this time each year does a survey among many things, but one key question they ask a manufacturer: how are you feeling about the way things are going looking into next year?
Sure.
And the reason they do it now, it's a great time because you've got, as Greg would say, 3 quarters into the barn, right? And then in addition to that, looking forward, you're doing your strategic planning for the year. So it's a good time to take that measure. Last year when that was done, roughly 60% of manufacturers looking forward into 2017 this year said that they thought it was going to be good. This year, 90%. Highest it's been in 20 years. Yeah. Highest in 20 years. In a sector that we talked about this morning kind of got beaten up after the financials. So if you're getting it in manufacturing, you're getting it in a lot of places.
Sure, because they're looking next year in terms of their orders, what they've got to deliver on.
Correct. Hiring,
exactly.
And spending others, the multiplier effect of manufacturing is high generally.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Right. And then Bobby, you complemented that in terms of the data you've done research on in terms of the banking system in this country. Talk some about that.
Yeah, so earnings season kicks into high gear this week, especially on Thursday, Friday, where the 5 largest banks are expected to report over $21 billion in profits. So financials are looking really good right now. In fact, the U.S. banking system earned $48.3 billion during the second quarter. That is well above the pre-crisis high in 2006. So financials are looking really good. Bank profitability will only get better with lower regulation. Potential corporate tax rates cuts, and then so that's important because that shows the economy is strong and that money is moving.
That's right. And people are paying their loans.
Exactly. Yeah, so manufacturers probably paying their loans. Being that happy, 90%. You don't. If you can't make your loan payment, you're probably not going to expand next year.
Exactly right.
Just an assumption.
Just basic economics. Good financial planning as well. So, and then you talked about earnings because we got some comparisons going on here.
Yeah, just kind of from a broader sense. Bobby really focused on the financials, which was a great data point. But this quarter, we're going into third quarter's behind us. Now the earnings are going to start being reported. And so far this year, we've had very strong earnings growth, but quarter over quarter. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that people kind of forget from 2015 to 2016, we had 5 straight quarters of falling earnings.
We did.
And that was kind of rough for the markets and rough for companies. So we were comparing against some pretty weak quarters. Now we're finally comparing against a strong quarter. So expectations, while good, have come down a little bit. So in the second quarter, we expected 8+% earnings growth. Now it's more muted around 5. And so how much does that confidence in the CEOs when they report earnings projecting out to the future, strong over strong earnings growth, that manufacturing confidence, how much of that confidence projects forward into growth in the market?
Right. And one of the questions we ask ourselves when we're having these discussions, so what, who cares? Well, from the investor standpoint, if manufacturing is doing well and confident looking for the months ahead, if the banking system is strong and looking well and earnings comparisons are also looking strong, that confidence should be reflected in portfolio performance as well as markets that are out there. No guarantees,
right, of course.
But that is one of the factors in why we said confidence makes the difference. That was just a running theme this morning. So on that note, we hope you have a great week. We hope you continue to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. We want to stay in touch with you, continue the emails, the conversations, the one-on-ones, and any feedback that you have, because that's how we come up with our topics to relate to you in relation to your portfolio, market performance, and where we see things heading. So have a great week. Talk to you soon.